Today, let us we hear from His Grace Varadagopala Prabhu about Lord Krishna's 6 opulences. First opulence, wealth. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Wealth management. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Milantam Tasmai Shri Guru. So, from today we are starting the Janmashtami celebrations. Yesterday only we completed Balaram Jayanti, So it's sometimes Balaram Jayanti and Janmashtami comes very big gap. 1 month, 30 days, 20 days, sometimes different. But this time it's exactly 7 days, Saturday to Saturday, So temple management has decided and they have arranged classes from today till Saturday. And why Krishna is Bhagavan? That is the question we are going to discuss in next 6 days about his opulences. So the first opulence we are going to discuss today. So please sing after me and try to come all the days so that you can understand why Krishna is supreme, So please repeat after me. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Javihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Yeshodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Yeshodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radharamana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Radha Berinishwarada Berinishwarade. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavana Dham, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gaura Nityai, Jaya Gaura Nityai, Jaya Gaura Nityai, Jaya Gaura Nityai. Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya. श्री श्राद्धा बहन ईश्वर भगवान की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवृतक आचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद इस दिव्यांग सभे चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीटी संस्थापक आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। कृष्ण कृपा मूर्ति श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव आचार्य वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम मायापुर धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगामयी की जय। यमुनामयी की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to assembled leaders, all glories to assembled leaders, all glories to assembled. Alur Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. Please all of you repeat after me with folded hands, thinking about Lord Shri Krishna in Dwaraka. He is a Dwarakadisha, Rajadi Raja. He is in full opulence. So please, meditating on Krishna in this way, please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtagi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. How many of you want lot of wealth? Raise the hand. I want. How many of you want lot of wealth? Why? Some of you have not received Prabhu, you have not raised the hand. You don't want. Okay, I'll ask the other question. How many of you don't want wealth? Raise the hand. Now nobody is raising the hand. So, okay, let's finish the class. Then we ask the same question again. Okay. Then huh? Hindi? Hindi Mishra English. Okay. So Lord Sri Krishna is called Bhagavan. He is having 6 opulences, which makes him Bhagavan. So this is defined in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1. Sorry. Slideshow? Okay. Now okay? Canto 1, 3rd chapter and verse 28. It clearly defines who is Bhagavan actually. So all of you please repeat after me. Ete chamsa kalapumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mrudayanti Yuge Yuge. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Please repeat the translation after me. All of the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of the Lord. But Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planets whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheists. The Lord incarnates to protect the theists. So, here in this shloka clearly it is said Bhagavan. The word Bhagavan comes there. And who is the Bhagavan? Bhagavan is Krishnastu Swayam Bhagavan. So, definition is given. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. Now the question comes, what is Bhagavan? Sabko Bhagavan. There are some people also keeping the name Bhagavan, and some of us, we give some ordinary persons also Bhagavan title, and we'll make him Bhagavan also, whereas he is not Bhagavan. So there is very well definition of Bhagavan. Who is Bhagavan? Who is God? If you go to other religions, they have very clear definition of God. When it comes to our Sanatana Dharma, we have confusion. Who is God? No. But here it's very clear who is Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is Sri Krishna. Okay? So this definition, Bhagavan definition, was given by Parashara Muni. Who is Parashara Muni? Vyasadeva's father. Very good. Thank you, Prabhu. So Sri Parashara Muni, the father of the great Srila Vyasadeva, has given the definition of God thus in the Vishnu Purana. So you will find this one in Vishnu Purana. Okay? Please repeat after me. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasaha Shriyo Gnana Vairagya Yoschaiva Shannam Bhagam Itim Gana. Translation. Bhagavan means one who possesses these 6 opulences in full. All riches, all strength, all fame, all wisdom, all beauty, and all renunciation. So all 6 in full. So Krishna is having all these 6 opulences in full. What are those? Please repeat after me. Riches, all strength, all fame, all wisdom, all beauty, all renunciation. Please don't forget, please by heart this shloka if possible. So, Krishna manifested all these opulences, 6 opulences. That's why he is called Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulences. Van means the one who is having. Vidwan. Vidwan means what? The one who is having knowledge. Dhanavan means the one who is having rich. Dhanavan, Vidwan. Similarly, Bhagavan. Bhaga means opulences. There are 6 opulences. So today the topic will be about the first opulence, that is all riches. That is nothing but wealth. So we are going to discuss about how Krishna manifested wealth. So, we have in this material world also so many persons who are very rich. How many of you like rich people? I like. How many of you people like rich people? No? Only few are raising the hand. Tomorrow Bill Gates comes to our temple. Will you take a selfie or not? Yeah, we will bring him. And tomorrow if Alfred Ford comes, will you take selfie or not? Because he's rich. So don't consider being rich means we are disqualified for bhakti. There are so many characters in Bhagavatam who are very rich and we are very pure devotees. Shuddha bhakta hai. पैसा है का इसका मतलब ये नहीं है हम लोग अर्हता नहीं है भक्ति करने के लिए. एक्चुअली ज्यादा अर्हता होता है भक्ति करने के लिए. तो somehow everyone is get attracted to rich people. Everyone get attracted to beautiful people. If tomorrow, I don't know, new Miss World, but I know Aishwarya Rai. If she comes to our temple, everyone want to take photograph, na? Huh? Maybe temple, so ISKCON devotees will say, I will not take. But in group, they will take, So, somebody is very beautiful. So, we get attracted. If somebody is very rich, we get attracted. If somebody having very much power, strength, we get attracted. So that's natural. Getting attracted to such power is natural because they are also representing Krishna, because they are all having these opulences, which is very little from Krishna. But Krishna was having full. What does it mean by full? Krishna, if he is having 1,000 rupees, if he give 1 rupee to somebody, he will have 1,000 rupees. अगर किसी को 1,000 रुपए से 1 रुपए किसी को देगा, उसके पास 1,000 रुपए वैसे ही रहेगा. हमारे पास ऐसा रहेगा क्या? किसी को दिया तो हमारे पास कम हो जाता है, मगर कृष्णा के पास कभी कम नहीं होता है. जैसे कैंडल से एक कैंडल से दूसरा कैंडल को जब जलाएगा, पहला कैंडल का जैसा है उतना ही रोशनी रहता है, रोशनी कम नहीं होता है. तो ऐसे ही भगवान श्री कृष्ण जब किसी को कुछ देता है, उसके पास उतना ही रहता है, बल्कि उसके पास बढ़ता रहता है. So Krishna is all rich. In Brahma Samhita verse 29, Lord Brahma explains about his richness, how rich he is. सब लोग रिपीट कीजिए, मेरे साथ कीजिए रिपीट. चिंतामणि प्रकर सद्म शुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तं लक्ष्मी सहस्र शत संभ्रम सेव्यमानं गोविंदमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So Brahma explains in Brahma Samhita verse 29 about Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire, in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. So, Krishna is served by how many? Hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis. We worship only one Lakshmi, no? The Lakshmi worship one Lakshmi. But he is served by so many Lakshmis. One Lakshmi is having so much opulence. And don't think when Lakshmi comes to Krishna, she will come with a torn sari, without any bangle, without any jewel. It's Aishwarya Bhava, wealth. She comes with full opulences. And should we worship Lakshmi alone? Why? Very good example. So if you like Sita Mata and if you don't like Rama, your head will be cut. Ravana got head cut. If you like Rama and you give Sita, you give up Sita, Shurpanaka's nose was cut. So if you want to save from nose and head, you should worship both actually, Lakshmi Narayana. And Lakshmi will be there where Narayana is there. If Narayana is not worshipped, if you worship alone Lakshmi, Lakshmi will not be present there. She is Chanchala. For sure she will not be with us. She will be here, there. She will be moving. Company earns money, she goes to the employees as salary. Employees goes and spends in the supermarket and gold market, wherever and all. So they will spend somewhere. So she is very chanchala. She will not stay in one place. So he was worshipped by, if so many Lakshmis are worshipping one personality, how rich that person must be. Just imagine. Rich people have friendship with only rich people. You know this? They will not have friendship with ordinary people. So similarly, Lakshmi, they are all surrounding Narayana because Narayana is very rich. If you see, how Krishna exhibited richness. Krishna exhibited richness in many places. We cannot cover in 30 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. We cannot cover his richness, If you see in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna asked, then he said 10th chapter, opulences of the absolute. He explained, if you see ocean, that's me. If you see this moon, that's me. If you see, you remember me, He said all the opulences. Still Arjuna was not satisfied. Arjuna said, I want to see more. I want to understand you more. Then he showed the whole opulences. Then Arjuna was convinced, you are supreme now. Then Yashoda Mata, when she asked to open your mouth, Krishna showed all the opulences actually to Yashoda Mata. Whole universe was inside his mouth. Whole everything, all creations were there. And Yashoda Mata, she fainted actually. So Krishna exhibited many times. So I took one or two examples here. Now, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 69, verse 1 to 6. In Vrindavana, Krishna was in Vrindavana Bhava. The Vrindavana Bhava was Vrajavasi Bhava. Vrajavasi, there is no opulences, you will see externally. Internally, he was having very rich opulence. What is that? What is the greatest opulence Krishna is having other than these 6? Love, okay. What else? What is the richest opulence Krishna was having and distributing? Mercy, causeless mercy. That is the richest opulence beyond all these opulence, the moment he sees somebody Dina, immediately he will distribute his mercy. So, but when he was in Dwarka, he was with full opulences. Krishna was exhibited, he was Narayana actually. He was having all the opulences, Vaikuntha Bhava. So Narada Muni, he wanted to see Krishna. Narada Muni has seen Krishna from childhood. From the birth, he has seen Narada Muni. So he wanted to see whether Krishna is living like Vrindavanvasi or he is living, how he is living, you know. And Narada Muni got the information he is living with 16,000 wives. Actually is brahmachari Narada Muni. Usko ye news ka kya zarurat hai? मगर he came 16,000 लोगों के साथ ये कैसा बिता रहे जीवन, you know. So he came to Dwaraka. He entered Dwaraka. When he entered the Dwaraka, how was Dwaraka? The opulence is mentioned here. The city was filled with the sounds of birds and bees flying about the parks and pleasure gardens, while its lakes crowded with blooming Indivara, Amboja, Kalara, Kumuda and Utpala lotuses. Means not one type of lotuses. There are 6 types of lotuses here mentioned. Sorry, 5 types of lotuses. Resounded with the calls of swans and cranes. Dwarka boasted 900,000 royal palaces. How much? 900,000 royal palaces. All constructed with crystal and silver and splendorously decorated with huge emeralds. इसको सबको हम खरीदना है तो अभी बहुत सोचते हैं, मगर this was decorated, the buildings were decorated, palaces were decorated like that. Inside these palaces, the furnishings were bedecked with gold and jewels. Traffic moved along well laid out system of boulevards and roads, intersections and marketplaces, and many assembly houses and temples of demigods graced the charming city. Don't blaspheme demigods. There were demigods temples in Dwarka. Okay. We have to be careful, preachers. The roads, courtyards, commercial streets and residential patios were all sprinkled with water and shaded from the sun's heat by banners waving from flagpoles. In the city of Dwaraka was a beautiful private quarter worshipped by the planetary rulers. This district where the demigods, that was business district, I think. You know, there is a best district. The district where the demigod Vishwakarma had shown all his divine skill was the residential area of Lord Hari. And thus it was gorgeously decorated by the 16,000 palaces of Lord Krishna's queens. Narada Muni entered one of these immense palaces. So Krishna built, when he married 16,000 wives, when he had, then he built for each of them 16,000 palaces. Building one palace in India takes how many years? 22 years it took Mysore Palace actually, you know, it's so beautiful and so. But compared to that, compared to this, Mysore Palace is nothing actually. So 16,000 within no time Vishwakarma built actually, as per the instruction of Krishna. And Narada Muni was very much interested. He entered inside one palace to see what it is. Supporting the palace, one palace, were coral pillars decoratively inlaid with Vaidurya gems. This Vaidurya is not available in earthly planet. Vaidurya is on the crown of Vairamudi in Melukote. If you go yearly once, there will be one procession called Vairamudi. That's a special crown which has come from the Goloka. The local laboratory, they made all the tests and they said such stones are not available on earthly planet. So what happened is, from Goloka one time Garuda was carrying that one and he was trying, from Vaikunta, he was trying to whom this will fit. So he went around with the crown, he went to many places, nowhere it fit. So when he came to Melukote in Karnataka in India, when he kept this one on Lord Narayana there, it got fit exactly. And later he tried to remove it, he could not remove, you know. So that Vaidurya gem, that gem is available only in Vaikunta, not on earthly planet. So such Vaidurya gems were used in Dwaraka, which is from Vaikunta actually. Sapphires bedecked the walls and the floors glowed with perpetual brilliance. In that palace, Twasta had arranged canopies with hanging strands of pearls. There were also seats and beds fashioned of ivory and precious jewels. Ivory means the danta, from the elephant tusk, elephant tusk. You will not find. Only Veerappan could find. We all could not find, So now ivory, forget about it. Very expensive. Now what they do, white plastic, they will put it in the wood and they will say this ivory and we buy it. But pure ivory, very difficult to find. And precious jewels. In attendance were many well-dressed maid servants bearing lockets on their necks and armor-clad guards with turbans. They were not ordinary servants, they were also rich. They had armors, golden armors. The ladies were bedecked with the necklace, very nice necklace. Fine uniforms and jeweled earrings. The glow of numerous jewel-studded lamps dispelled all darkness in the palace. So there was no electricity like what we have here. Night times there is no sun, there is no moon. But all these jewels, they used to glow so much, so you can see very easily, So such was the opulence of Krishna in Dwaraka. He was very opulent. And not only Krishna, whoever Dwaraka-vasis, they were all very opulent. They were very happy. No, nothing lacking with them. How many of you would like to live in Dwaraka? Please raise the hand. No? Still no? It's not easy to go to Dwaraka, but don't think I'll go to Goloka, I'll not go to Dwaraka. In Goloka, there is a place called Dwaraka also. Goloka is complete with Dwaraka, Vrindavana, Hastinapura, everything will be there. So such was the opulence. Krishna was having so much of opulence in Dwaraka. And whoever comes, he gives. The best example, Sudama Brahmana. Sudama, by birth, is a Brahmana. Brahmanas have a curse from Lakshmi. When Bhrigu went and tested Narayana was kicked on his chest by Bhrigu Muni. And who resides here? Lakshmi resides in Madhavi. She resides here. Actual, when he kicked, kisko lat mara? Lakshmi ko mara. So Lakshmi ko laga. So Lakshmi got offended. And Narayana served Bhrigu, ab baitiye, tanda piye, garmi se aaye hain. Lakshmi bola, अरे मेरे को लात मारने वालों को तुम ठंडा पिला रहे हैं. Imagine in your house somebody will come and kick your wife and you will ask him to sit on the sofa and you fan him, you give him cold water and all. After he leaves, what happens? But Lakshmi kicked in front of Narayana only, not by leg but by words. She gave hard time and she told Bhrigu Muni directly, Bhrigu, you are the Brahmanottama. You are the best of the Brahmanas. I curse you today. From today onwards, Brahmanas be beggars always, Brahmanas, whichever money they get, end of the day, they will be begging because that is their dharma, begging and living. In any case, Lakshmi serving the Lord at the lotus feet, she's at the lotus feet, but she's very rich actually. So Sudama Brahmana, he was cursed and not cursed, he was born poor and he married and there was no formula, hum do hamara do, hum do hamara ek. There was no that formula in those days, You can have as many children as you want, So Sudama had so many children and all are not having food, coming and asking mother, oh mother, please give us some food. And she is not having anything. She is going around begging. And what Sudama is doing? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You know, we have some devotees who just come in the temple and chant, and they depend totally on temple, and depend totally here, and they don't support their family, they don't support the society. You know, there are some lazy devotees also, you know. All devotees are not same, no? So, Prabhupada didn't like that. He didn't encourage any devotee who is not serving temple, who is just sitting and chanting, you know. Even Krishna doesn't support Arjuna. Okay, Arjuna, you go to forest, meditate and come to Goloka. No. He wants Arjuna to work hard. Student cannot think, I am devotee of Krishna, so I will pass. No, there is no chance. You have to work hard. We cannot think, I am Krishna's devotee, I am chanting 16 rounds, so today boss will not shout at me. You know, nothing will happen in the office. No, don't think like that. We are living in a material world practicing devotional service. We are not in spiritual world practicing material things, you know. We are in material world. So all the things what happens to the material people happens to us also. So in Sudama's home were bed. When Sudama went to Krishna's palace, if some kings comes to Krishna's palace, immediately they are allowed to go inside because they will have appointment with Krishna. But still there are so many waiting actually. When Sudama Brahmana came, so many kings were waiting in queue to meet Krishna. But when Sudama came, he was very poor. All the clothes are torn. He's called Kuchela. Kuchela means the torn cloth, you know. He's a Kuchela. He was not having anything with him except one potli, small packet, you know, with chipper rice, pova. He was having that one. And that too, not his own earned. That was given by his wife. She went to 3-4 houses, begged and brought. And they were all very happy giving because she was collecting it for Krishna. So, when he came, the Dwarapalkas, they stopped. They said, no entry for you. Wait. So many kings are waiting. Who are you? You are wait. Go out. Then Sudama in mind he was thinking, and he called out loudly, Krishna. He called loudly. All of you please call out loudly, Krishna. The moment he called loudly, immediately Krishna was playing crosswords, or what they call, not crosswords, what is it? Chess, not dice. Dice game he was playing. We call Pagade. So he was playing with Rukmini. He got up and he ran to the gate. And he came and he hugged Sudama. The Dwarapalakas and all the kings, they were stunned. What is this happening here? See, Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. Only for devotees he runs and comes. For others he will come slow motion, you know. So when Gajendra called out, he came running actually. Carrying Garuda he came actually. So especially Brahmanas, Krishna likes Brahmanas very much. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hidayacha. He likes Brahmanas and cows because these two personalities uplift or keep dharma up. So, if you know, Brahmanas are called deities for Krishna. You know this? Read Bhagavatam. This portion you read, Prabhupada writes also. The deity for Krishna is Brahmanas. Brahmanas are worshipped. If you see here, Krishna is doing the Pada Puja for Sudama because Sudama was a pure Brahmana. And Sudama was hesitant to tell. He was holding the portal like this and he was not showing also. Are such a rich person. Imagine you will go and meet Bill Gates and you will take a chippled rice, one packet from our temple here, you know, and you are carrying and you are taking it. And there will be there so much of varieties of food kept in front of you. Chapan Bhoga. How can you give this one to him? That was the feeling Sudama was having. But Krishna was having different feeling. Krishna saw Sudama fully. The most lovable part was in chipud rice. That's why we have to feed Lord. We may be how much ever we are pure, but action shows our purity. Action shows our love. So, when we cook something for Krishna out of love and feed him, he becomes very happy, actually. Otherwise, Krishna has everything. So, when Krishna pulled that portal and he took the chipud rice and he started eating. You see here, so Krishna is in the second picture, is eating. And Rukmini is telling, no, stop. So Rukmini is Lakshmi, no? She's having all the opulences. If Krishna starts eating, all the opulence will go to the other person. So that's why Rukmini stopped him. And by that time when Sudama, he didn't ask how to ask Krishna. So many of us, we openly ask Krishna. Many of us, we don't ask Krishna. Both cases are same for Krishna. Whatever in our mind, Krishna fulfills. Whether you are a sannyasi, grihastha, brahmachari, whatever. कोई भी हो, जो हमारा मन में है, भगवान पूर्ण करता है. तो सुदामा वापस घर गया. Then one queen came in front of him and stood. Sudama got confused. He said, where is my wife? She said, I am your wife. He said, how come? You can be my wife. Then children came, Appa, they all. Because Sudama has not changed. If Sudama had come in full, that's why Krishna didn't send Sudama with opulence. If he had come with opulences, they would have not identified Sudama. That problem would have been arised. So Krishna sent as it is, so that they could identify him. So when they identified, they called out, then Sudama went and he saw everything is different. The house has changed. Before it was 20-30 site, now if we see, it's acres of land there. Everything was rich. Opulence. In Sudama's home were beds as soft and white as the foam of milk. Not Dunlop. Dunlop beds are not so soft, what explained here. With bedsteads made of ivory and ornamented with gold beds. There were also coaches with golden legs. What is that? Legs? That bed. Coaches means sofas, all with golden legs, as well as royal chamara fans, golden thrones, soft cushions, and gleamy canopy hung with strings of pearls. When it comes to pearls, we should be very happy because Bahrain used to supply from one of the documentary, they showed, Premarupa Jagannath Prabhu showed long years back. So pearls from Balaramdesh used to go to Dwaraka. That's why the best pearls available in Bahrain, no? So this used to go to Krishna. That's why Krishna has a special favor on Balaramdesh, Bahrain, because he used to have best pearls from here. So strings of pearls. Upon the walls of sparkling crystal glass inlaid with precious emeralds shone jeweled lamps. And the women in the palace were all adorned with precious gems. As he viewed this luxurious opulence of all varieties, the Brahmana calmly reasoned to himself about his unexpected prosperity. Sudama was thinking, what happened? Why all this richness for me? Why this opulence? Sudama thought, I have been poor. Certainly the only possible way that such an unfortunate person as myself could become suddenly rich is that Lord Krishna. Who is the reason for Sudama's richness? Tell loudly, all of you, please. At least some richness will come to us, if you call out. Otherwise, Krishna says, what is this? Even these people are Tyagis already, sannyasis, So Lord Krishna, the supremely opulent chief of the Yadu dynasty, has glanced upon me. So just a kataksha, just a glance of him has made Sudama such a rich, very rich. Verse 35. The Lord considers even his greatest benediction to be insignificant, while he magnifies even a small service rendered to him by his well-wishing devotee. This is more important for us. Please, how many of you understood? How many of you understood this sentence? The Lord considers even his greatest benedictions. Means whatever the opulence he gives from his side to be insignificant, while he magnifies even a small service rendered to him by his well-wishing devotee. Means if somebody likes Krishna, how many of you like Krishna? Please raise the hand. Now at least all of you should raise the hand. So we all love Krishna, right? How many of you do service in the temple? Some, or more? Most of you. Any one service? Any one service? Yeah, Balaram Kinkar Prabhu. One service? Vice President. That is service, greatest service, Vice President. All cannot become Vice President. That's the greatest benediction from Krishna. Okay, any menial service? Washing. So, those devotees who are washing, those devotees who are cooking, that service is greatest than Sudama's opulence. That's what Krishna is telling you. You understood? You understood? Whatever he has given greatest benedictions to be, he considers insignificant, while he magnifies even a small service rendered to him by his well-wishing devotee. Agar koi uska, why is using the word well-wishing? Because Duryodhana also offered, but he was not well-wishing. Kamsa also mama, but he was not well-wishing. So well-wishing should be there. The word should be well noted, that we should be well-wisher of Krishna actually. Thus with pleasure the Supreme Soul accepted a single palmful of flat rice I brought him. So Mataji is going to explain why flat chipped rice. Why only that? Why not anything else? Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So if you are rich, Rasik Prabhuji, if you are rich, very rich, you can build temples. If you are very rich, you can give flight tickets to all these devotees to go to Mayapur. If you are very rich, you can give everyone one altar. If you are very rich, you can give prasadam 365 days in this temple. If you are very rich, you can build sannyasi rooms in your house so that sannyasis will come and stay in your house to receive the service. If you are very rich, you can make the whole world Vaikuntha. If one underlining is there, you have to be pure devotee along with that, Not that you get all the rich and you forget Krishna, you can't be. So if a devotee become rich, sometimes devotees, they don't do gambling. They don't do gambling. But some devotees say, मैं एक lottery ticket खरीदूंगा, अगर पैसा मिल गया तो मैं मंदिर को दे दूंगा. When you go to supermarket, they will give one. Nowadays I have not seen giving, but before they used to give vouchers. You fill and you put it in a box, you will get a car. And so one time one Mataji called me, Prabhuji, can we fill this one? If I get a car, I will donate the money to temple. Can I do this? She said. It's a very tricky question. Very tricky question. Till car comes, we think about Krishna. Once the car comes, we think about car only. So richness is danger, but if you are pure in your thought, and if you are ready to serve Krishna in richness, how many of you want to become very rich and serve Krishna with rich? Now all are raising the hand. So class is effective actually. No, it's important. Krishna makes you rich. Even if you are not rich, Krishna makes you rich so that you serve Krishna nicely. When new devotee come to our temple, he will be smoking and spending money for smoke. When he comes, he will be drinking and he will be spending money for drinks. When he comes, he will be eating non-veg and he will be spending for all those things. Once he came, he stopped all that. Now, when we speak to some devotees who have spent over a years here, they will say, Prabhuji, Krishna ka mercy hai, hum bhi kush hai, hamara ghar wale bhi kush hai, hum sab kush hai abhi. So there is no dearth for anything in our house. At least though roti or chawal or dal ka to bandobast hai, Prabhuji. Aur kya chahiye? Bhagavan ka gungan karne ke liye. And more richness he has given is the love of Godhead. That is the more rich. We are more rich in bhakti. How many are there in the world who are very rich in the bhakti? Very few. Manishanam sahasresh. Among very, very rare. Very, very rare. Devotees are very, very rare. तो इतना हमको भगवान ने अच्छा रखा है, इतना हमको भगवान ने भक्ति दिया है, भक्ति का हमको भाग्य दिया है, तो हम लोग बहुत खुश होना चाहिए. We should be very happy. And we should, whatever richness, what is the meaning of rich? पहले वो बोलना था actually first, before starting the class. What is the meaning of rich? Who said money, money, money? हाँ हाँ बालाजी प्रभु बोल सकते हैं क्योंकि वो एनबीबी के अंदर बैठा है. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money is not rich. Rich is anything beyond your necessity is rich. Anything beyond your necessity is rich. So that we call it as richness. So we all should be, by Krishna's mercy, we all should be in a good position, you know. And Krishna is so rich, we have to have good friendship with him to have opulences. He wants like that. He doesn't want, agar koi ye pata hua shirt mein, sometimes our devotees know, dhoti sambar laga hua hota hai, kabhi pata hua hota hai, wo Krishna ke samne aata hai. No, Krishna doesn't like. Krishna recognizes your bhakti, but he will not appreciate if you go with pata hua shirt, you know, you go with these things. He will not appreciate. So immediately he give opulences for such people so that they are happy. Srila Prabhupada ki तो सबको अच्छा लगा होगा. हम तो ये नहीं बोला ज़्यादा पैसा मत कमाओ, ज़्यादा ये नहीं कि Krishna is very opulent. He has everything. Nothing is less in him. Richness. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. This is the time to give thanks to